Good Sunday to you. I'm Storm Team 9 Meteorologist Patrick Ellis here with your ENC Weather Update. Lots to talk about here in the forecast update video. Lots of cold air moving towards us after a brief warm-up as we head towards tomorrow. But a lot of folks are talking about the potential for some snowflakes as we head towards Tuesday night into Wednesday. We'll detail it out, kind of lay it all on the line, and kind of give you an idea, best first guess as far as what we're expecting as we head towards Tuesday night. Here's a look at our forecast for tonight. Temperatures inland dropping to right around the freezing mark east of Highway 17. Likely will be into the mid to upper 30s. And will likely be in the mid-40s right along the Outer Banks. Low 40s along the Crystal Coast. Going into tomorrow, nice day expected. Sunshine in full force for Martin Luther King Day. Temperatures in the mid to upper 50s. Low 60s for some. I think lower 50s as you head out towards the Outer Banks. Wanchese out towards Waves and Salvo. 58 Williamston. 59 for Bayboro and Arapahoe. And 60 degrees for Havelock and Newport as we head towards tomorrow. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about it. Next system on the way. It is coming down the pipeline as we speak, kind of up there into Canada, kind of melding with the system that's over portions of Montana. We're clear now, but things are going to change as we go into the next couple of days. Let's go ahead and kind of time it out here with the precision forecast model. We'll start it at 12 p.m. on Tuesday. Now, this is a new model run. It has definitely moistened up the atmosphere a little bit more than the previous run did, and I think a lot of the models will be going back and forth the next 2-3 runs. Some are going to be drier, some are going to be colder, some may be even warmer, some may even be colder. So it's going to be a back and forth type of thing for the next maybe 2-3 model runs until we can kind of pinpoint exactly what's going to happen. Here's a look at 12Z on 12 o'clock on Tuesday via this model. This is one model run. The earlier one was a lot drier. To give you a quick little glance, we'll likely start off with some sunshine across eastern North Carolina on Tuesday. The clouds will build in and the temperatures will fall as the frontal boundary pushes through the region. If you remember back in November, when we had a very strong cold front, very similar to this, come through. This is a very similar situation than what we had then, I do believe. Here's 3 p.m. on Tuesday. We'll likely have light rain showers, light scattered rain showers starting to transition over to snow, especially north of US 64 by 3 p.m. And this whole thing will rotate out. And I want to also mention that low pressure system that is offshore, that is going to be a very, very, very pivotal part of this forecast. It's not necessarily the cold air. It's the moisture and where that low sets up as we head into your day on Tuesday. The next Clipper system comes through the area with very little fanfare, with the exception of a reinforcing shot of cold air. So the breakdown is near 50 noon on Tuesday. The temperatures will be falling through the afternoon hours as that frontal boundary pushes through. Cold front moves through, but once again, this thing has limited moisture, even though that the models have kind of moistened up the last run or so. But like I said, if we're going run-to-run consistency, it's been kind of more of a drier look as we've gone through. But we'll see if things continue to moisten up with this system. But overall, it's a minor impact type of situation. And cold air will be in full force by Wednesday. And really, I think that's the bigger story out of this whole thing. So let's go ahead and fast forward to Tuesday afternoon. This would be 18Z. That would be 1 o'clock in the afternoon hours via the European. And like I said, Monday is not an issue. We're talking about some nice stuff on Monday, so that's not going to be an issue. Low pressure system will be developing offshore. It will depend on where that low pressure is, how deep it is, and where will it track as we head towards Tuesday night. This is 1 o'clock Tuesday afternoon. Moisture starting to gather on the backside of the low, and the deformation zone pretty much, as this trough of low pressure dives into the area. The upper air trough, the cold air aloft, starts to move into the region. So temperatures will be falling at this point, and here we go towards the afternoon hours of the evening hours of Tuesday into about 7 o'clock on Tuesday night. Low pressure system would be deepening at this point. That has a 999 low tracking off towards the north, but once again, still has moisture in there, with the 540 line well south of us, the 522 line now into the area as well. So the thickness lines would be very, very good for the potential for snow, but it's wondering how much moisture do we have as we head into the day on Tuesday. Then we go out further. This is This will be 1 o'clock in the morning on Wednesday. This thing's starting to track out of here, and by the time we head towards your day on Wednesday morning, everything's offshore. So this is a quick moving system. Once again, this is a clipper system. We're only getting clipped by the back edge of the system as it's rolling through. Now this is the GFS and at 18Z on Tuesday, low pressure developing offshore, and by the time we head towards 0Z, we get the moisture wrapping around the 522 line in a good place as well, the 540 line south of us, very similar to the GFS. Now, the European rather. Now the European's a little wetter, I do believe, than the GFS, but this thing still has some moisture in here as we head through the overnight hours of Tuesday into Wednesday, but it's all offshore by Wednesday morning. And looking at the short range ensemble members and kind of seeing different models with different physics, trying to figure out where does this all play into. You look down here at the bottom, 21 member ensemble mean, so there's 21 different models running here pretty much to kind of give an idea of what's going on here. And you see down here at the bottom, by the time we head towards that critical time period, we're talking about the potential for, the mean is about 4/10 of an inch of snowfall. We showed this yesterday, same thing. This is off of the European, and it's showing very similarly 4/10 of an inch of snowfall at Pitt Greenville Airport. But I also want to look at this. This is the soil temperatures, the current soil temperatures, the top 4 centimeters of the soil. You see the temperatures are mainly in the low to mid 40s. So we do have cool soil, but it's not freezing or anything of that nature. So that's also going to play a big part in this as well. And looking at the threat graphic, I think it's going to be more so an isolated rain to snow event. And things will kind of progress as we go on. And like I said, if the models start to change a little bit better towards, maybe wetter, we'll adjust the forecast accordingly. Timing, late Tuesday into Wednesday. I don't think this is going to be an impact for the evening rush, but I think it's going to be more so an impact through the latter half of the day. Where? North of US 70 and east of US 301, and the impacts are going to be minimal. The accumulation, it's very, 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 very subjective. I think for extreme northeastern North Carolina, maybe upwards of a half an inch. Extreme northeastern North Carolina, I'm talking up there close to the Virginia state border into where the good moisture is, to about a dusting north of US 64, pretty much north of US 264. A dusting to nothing, just rain showers likely going to be transitioning over to some snowflakes across the central portion of the viewing area, and down to the south, mainly just a cold rain and maybe a few flakes intermingled with that. And I'll say it again, limited moisture, and all the best moisture is going to stay offshore and to the north of us, and also the warm ground with the soil temperatures in the 40s. And when you look at the snow panic meter, we're talking about a 2 on a scale of 1 to 10. And, we're not talking about going out and buying bread and milk or anything of that nature. This is basically just some interesting Facebook chatter. That's going to be a remnant memory as we head towards Wednesday afternoon, even though temperatures will likely only make it to about 31 or 32 degrees on Wednesday, and it's going to be cold as that system lifts out of there. I think the main issue will be the cold air that moves in here. We will likely stay below freezing for at least 24 hours with this clipper system. Now, as we head into Thursday, we do modify the air mass just a little bit, but the next clipper is on its way. It should be in here by the evening hours, and that'll drop our temperatures again for Friday, likely into the mid to upper 30s for highs with partly sunny skies. I don't think there's going to be there won't be any moisture with this next one that comes through. This one will be a dry one. Now, the European is also painting this system trying to come up out of the southern stream with some cold air retreating. If that is happening, then we may have to issue the chance for maybe some showers mixing with something else next Saturday. But this is the first one that we've seen this on, so we're going to hold off on it. The GFS is dry here, so we're just going to hold off on that for the time being. And as the models get a little bit more in tune, we'll make the necessary adjustments. Now, by Sunday, temperatures start to modify a little bit. The 540 line bisecting the area, we should be able to make it back into the upper 40s to near 50 degrees. And then by Monday, another cold shot of air comes in here. We stay in the 40s, and that will likely take us into next Tuesday as well. So the disclaimer on the forecast, we're talking about maybe a 20 to possibly as high as a 30% chance for snow as we head towards Tuesday night into Wednesday. This is not a big issue. This is not a big hoopla or anything of that nature. We're not telling you to go crazy or anything like that, but people, I've seen some of the back channels on Facebook and Twitter. It's kind of gotten nasty about this potential. Not everybody's going to be happy. Not everybody's going to be sad. Not everybody's going to be disappointed, but some people will be mad. Some people will be disappointed. Some people will be happy. So, it's kind of dependent on what you're looking at. But we're not expecting a major issue out of this. So once again, we'll keep you guys updated with the latest forecast trends. Facebook, Twitter, WNCT.com. Have a great rest of your evening, a great day tomorrow. If you have the day off, enjoy it because it'll likely be the last warm day we see for quite some time. And have a great weather week ahead.